Should you buy an investment that doesn't give you a positive return for your first 10 years? So Sherry has sent me this article. We'll call her Scary Sherry. Actually, I'm just goofing on you, Sherry, but I'm going to take issue with the tone of your article regarding income annuities. So this guy had written an article that Sherry had sent to me, basically bashing income annuities. First and foremost, as always, because the commissions are through the roof. No, I never sold. When I was a broker and a commission-based guy, I never sold income annuities because commission was about half that of a variable annuity. Never sold income annuities, and you only got paid the one time. That's it. So income annuities are not pushed by brokers. I'm just telling you, they're just not. And this whole idea, by the way, of paying a commission is bad as opposed to having an asset under management fee is good. I'm a fiduciary. I don't charge commission, but instead I just charge a 1% annual fee. Like, I'm not saying that's bad. It's just the idea that I pay 5% on a front-end commission. We'll just use that for example, one time versus a 1% fee over the course of years and years and years on a product that's growing, hopefully, an investment that's growing. From a fee perspective, it's not even close which one's more effective for you as a client. It's the front-end commission. It's just fact. It's just a fact. Now, if the guy's churning and burning you, commission here, commission, no, that's not right, and that's not legal. You're not supposed to do that. But it doesn't make this idea that if I pay a commission, it's a bad thing, and by not paying commission, but instead of paying asset under management fee, that's a good thing. It's just, it freaking ticks me off. All right. Part two, the guy's argument was, it takes 10 years at least to make any money on an annuity. Yeah, 100%. And so what's his alternative? CDs. What? I said, oh my God, CDs, okay. So why do you buy an income annuity? You buy an income annuity because you want income. So how does an income annuity pay? Well, it pays with an interest rate based on the markets at the time, and it pays your principal back. I mean, you're literally getting your money back. That's how an income annuity pays you. It pays an interest rate, and it's based on your life expectancy, how old you are when you buy it. But it pays an interest rate that you can't, and it pays you a guaranteed income that you can't outlive. That's just a fact. All right. So what does a CD do? It pays you interest. That's it. All right. So $100,000 in a CD, we'll just put it at 5%. That pays you $5,000 a year in interest. What's an annuity doing right now? $100,000 in an income annuity is paying, we'll just use 7%. 7% is interest and it's return of principal. So $100,000 in a CD is going to pay you $5,000 a year. $100,000 in an income annuity is going to pay you what? $7,000 a year. So if we are looking for income, guess what? An annuity is going to give us more income. Why? Because it gives us our own money back. That's a fact. The idea of CDs more beneficial than an annuity is just stupid because an annuity pays you more income. If you want income, an annuity is the way to go. Part two of this, the annuity income is set for life. We know exactly what we're going to get. We don't know that with a CD. You just don't know because interest rates can change. I mean, 3 years ago, interest rates on CDs weren't what they are today. They just weren't. An income annuity is going to pay, and you can see that reflected in the payout of an income annuity as well. They were paying about 5.5%. It was a payout rate. Now it's a distribution yield. Now it's about 7% or something like that, depending on your age and whatnot. All right, so part three is they don't keep up with inflation, income annuities. Yeah, they don't. This goes back to my whole concept of the reverse RMD scenario. We want the income on the first front of our retirement, the first 10 years or so. Talked to my man Scott yesterday. He's like, dude, all I know is I got 10 years where I'm going to party like it's 1999. After that, I'm going to basically shut down. And so what do we want? We want income to allow him to party like it's 1999. Where do you get the most bang for your buck in income? And then income annuity. It's just a fact. All right, then a lot of the people with negative Nellies will say, yeah, but I can always create my own income annuity by putting $100,000 into a money market and just take $7,000 out of that each and every year. You absolutely could, but there's no guarantee on that. So if you took $100,000 in a money market, we know for a fact that you can take, plus you're getting 5% interest right now in money markets, and we know you can take $7,000 a year out, but you're dipping into your principal, so we don't know if that money's going to last. In fact, I can't guarantee. I would venture to say that money will run out before you do, if that makes sense. So yes, you could do that, but an income annuity, once your money is gone because you're dipping into your principal plus the interest that you're getting on the money market account, there's nothing there. With an income annuity, there is something there. And that's where the internal rate of return in an income annuity actually comes to be kind of nice as long as you survive the initial, basically 14 years. 14 years is what it takes to make any money in terms of profit in an income annuity. The first 10 to 14 years, you just get your money back. That's it. But in years 14, 15, and forever, now you're making the money. Now you're making the money from the insurance company. So if you're 65 years old, we'll say your life expectancy is 84. Just use that for an example. That's 19 years. And you did an income annuity. You put $100,000 in there. The first 14 years, you're just getting your money back. You're getting your $100,000 back. No ifs, no ands, or buts. Years 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you're making money. Now, you're not going to make that much money, I'll grant you. Your rate of return, your IRR, your internal rate of return won't be very high if you die at 84 years old. But if you're healthy and you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't vote for the Democrats, there's a reasonable chance that you might live until you're 90, right? So now our IRR, each and every year we survive, is growing. And it's not growing exponentially, but by the time year 25 rolls around, year 30 even, your IRR is now about 4.5% to even 5% potentially, depending on the current interest rates and whatnot. And this is part 2 of this is why we do a joint in life survivor annuity, because it's going to cover 2 lives. It'll cover Charlotte and me. And so I'll die first. Let's say I die after 15 years. Charlotte survives another 15 years. That means we have a 30-year annuity, income annuity, as guaranteed. Now, it's not keeping up with inflation, but the IRR, the internal rate of return, is quite high at that stage for a fixed income conservative product, more so than you could probably get anything else. Now, again, that yields that kind of income, because a bond doesn't yield that kind of income, CDs don't yield that kind of income. The only way you can get the kind of income on an annuity is what? Is through taking putting the money market account, taking your principal, and taking your interest out. And that has no guarantee, and you're going to run out of money if you're going to take the same distribution yield that an annuity will provide you. Now, there is some liquidity there. You have access to the money. You might not spend it all. You might decide, I don't want to spend $7,000 a year, or whatever it is. But that's the drawback of an annuity. And you have access to you can say, I'm going to turn this guy off. I can spend $30,000 as opposed to $7,000. You can do whatever you want. But that money isn't guaranteed, and the income annuity is guaranteed. And lastly, just about the inflation stuff, it drives me crazy, by the way. The idea that, here's the issue with any kind of fixed income product. When it's a fixed income product, all right, inflation is inherently destroying that fixed income, all right? The cost of living is going up, but your income is fixed. Now, people scream bloody murder. Oh, the dollar's crashing. I don't buy that for 2 seconds flat, but it's a fact. If I'm getting $5,000 a year off my CD, and I'm getting that for 5 years, that $5,000 is progressively buying me less each and every year. Why? Because the cost to buy stuff is going up. Income annuity is the same way. I'm getting $7,000 a year. That's progressively buying me less each and every year because the cost to buy stuff is going up. I have a fixed rate income, and I have a variable cost, which is basically always going up. Inherently, you're not keeping up with inflation in a fixed product, no matter what it is, a certificate of deposit, a bond, or an annuity. I don't think that's that big of a deal, because I think as you age, we have lots of evidence of this, your spending goes down anyway, and then on top of that, these fixed products have no guarantee in terms of, are you going to keep up with inflation the way the negative Nellies on annuities will say. You're going to keep up with inflation. The only way to keep up with inflation is to have a variable product. That's it. The only way to keep up with the variable cost of goods is to have a variable product, i.e. a variable annuity or an investment in stocks. That's it. Or real estate. That's it, because these aren't fixed. Now, with a thing with a variable annuity, stocks, investment real estate, you could always take it on the chin, a la 2008. So while it's variable and it could keep up with inflation, doesn't necessarily mean it will. So, I don't know. The negative notes on annuities drive me up the wall. I get it. If you're going to die in 9 years, yeah, don't do it. If you're single, you're going to die in 9 years, I wouldn't do an income annuity. No way, no how. But if I'm married, I'm in pretty good shape, I want guaranteed income, and I want to party like it's 1999 for the first 10 years of my life, it's going to be tough to beat an income annuity. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for the article shared, and I'm just goofing on you when I called you scary. Scary. God bless.